Yes, Your Majesty. The cloak of our order is a burden. Duchess Tetranella's Norcia, Order of the Laurel and the Pelican Ladies. From fabric only at Dagmar can truly appreciate. It shows the realm what station our order holds, wherever our masters and mistresses may be, and it is our duty to commit no evil that might disgrace our order. A virtuous master or mistress of the Pelican should be seen to be sought out when needed. Your cloak you receive is a token of your responsibility.
Are there other tokens of the order?
There are no other tokens of this order, for humility is a virtue that should be held by this order. For regardless of what station you may now hold, now or forevermore, to be a mistress of the Pelican is to serve, and to be a good servant to your crown and your kingdom, which you already are.
Who else will speak to this good person's virtues?
Your Majesties, I have a letter from Sir Watt. To the Royal Majesties, King William and Queen Sanguisco. Your Majesties, I would first reaffirm my allegiance and obedience to the crown and my role as your vassal, member of the Order of the Chivalry. I beg your permission to send a few words on the occasion of the elevation of your noble servant, Her Grace Dagmar Halvdan. When Her Grace first joined my household, I laid only two requirements upon her. The first was, as my squire, she would aspire to cultivate the chivalric virtues so that one day she might be able to join with my brethren in the Order of Chivalry. It was not important to me that she earn her chain and spurs, but only that she would place herself in earnest on the anvil of chivalry to be tested and made better by the trial. The second was that under no circumstances would she be allowed to join the Order of the Pelican while in my household. While this may seem like an unreasonable and uncharitable demand, contrary to the knightly virtues, I had my reasons. In my knightly wisdom, I believe that in order to gain a great deal of prowess, which is a necessary virtue, a great deal of discipline, hard work, and selfishness were required. Acquiring skill at arms is a hard task, and if one is to become the shield of the weak, an instrument of the king's will, one must spend countless hours on the list field discarding one broken sword after another, and wearing one's harness thin with the constant blows of one's training partners and foes. My squire had the first two qualities in abundance, but lacked the selfish qualities I deemed essential at that time to devote one's time to honing her craft, to the exclusion of other responsibilities or demands. Thus, I attempted to foolishly forbid her pursuit of service to others. But to the benefit of many, many people within our society, my noble squire, Her Grace Dagmar Halvdan, disobeyed me in a thorough fashion. In our long ago training days, my noble knight, Sir Rory Kennedy, and I had often referred to Her Grace as the hardest working fighter in Eldamere, a fact that was undoubtedly true. Her Grace has always exhibited this same level of work ethic, and rather than use it in a selfish fashion as I had commanded, she instead embraced the virtues of charity and gave of her time with countless hours of service in addition to her martial exploits. I am told that generosity has its rewards, and one day I may attempt generosity to discover if this is true. But if this is the case, I know that Her Grace Dagmar Halvdan is richly rewarded. This wealth can undoubtedly be seen in the many relationships which she has cultivated and in the high esteem which many, including myself, hold her. As a simple itinerant knight, I am not in a position to judge the quality or quantity of Her Grace's service. But fortunately, we have a petition from the Order of the Pelican and the divine will of their majesties, who have, in their wisdom, seen fit to have her join this august order. No other words need be said. but I would express regret for the wrong I have done unto her grace in attempting to have her follow my example when far better writing examples were available in calling out to her. I am thankful that she followed the urgings of her heart and dove into the service of our society with the enthusiasm that she has, and that I'm confident so long as she continues on this path, she will excel at any task she turns her hand to and will be blessing upon our fair society. She will always be welcome in my household, and if she is as gracious as I believe her to be, she will perhaps allow me to join her household instead and offer me instruction in the many virtues that she displays. From her knight, the other one, Sir Wat of Surrey. Your Majesty,
Are there members of the Order of the Laurel?
I'm not done. That was all Wat, this is all me now. I walked over here at the court in the presence of His Majesty because I have the distinct pleasure of speaking as a member of the chivalry for Dagmar Halvdan, and I am certain there are enough Shiv on this camp right now that would see me dead to have the opportunity. Dagmar is the special kind of person that comes along once in a person's lifetime. I have watched her work, I've watched her toil, I have watched her sacrifice herself, both in body, in mind, in her spirit, in her emotions. She gives everything to anyone without question. I am honored to have experienced her in my life. To this day, I consider her my peer and have considered her so since the day I met her. Your Majesties, as a member of your order, I say right now, you do justice this day, and it is my honor to speak on her behalf. Thank you.
Are there members of the Order of the Laurel who would speak for Duchess Dagmar?
I'm Duchess Dagmar, member of the Order of the Laurel.
And Baron Corwin, Master of the Law.
I found it ironic when I was reading the inscription on the ring for the Order of the Laurel, because it spoke of wisdom. And when I need wisdom, I usually say, what would Dagmar do?
I'd like to sort of summarize that laurels are crafty people. You tend to take stuff, we use math skills, and we make stuff. We make stuff that other people can appreciate, use, things like that. The thing that has always impressed me of Dagmar is that she has taken herself, molded it, shaped it, and created this shining thing that is truly a beacon to everyone else. A marvelous example, a true guiding light. We made something. We
She
had
has inspired us.
runes cut. We'd like to share these runes.
Dagmar, wild warrior woman,
Gracious giver of craft ken,
laying lines of war fields,
laying paths of friendship,
all heralds held in trust,
kingdoms oft cleansed,
blood blots the home bower.
legacy find fed,
Heads and peers have spoken.
current crown is minded,
Dagmar Pelican, soon men.
proud Eldemir rallies.
Dagmar is our peer.
Is there one with words from a Master of Defense?
By your Majesty's permission to enter your court. I am Maximilian Pennsic, Baron of North Woods, the oldest barony in the kingdom, Master of the Pelican, and Master of Defense. I bring you words today from one of your own. Good populace of Eldemir, hear the words of Maestra Jocelyn Roger of Greenwell, member of the Order of Defense for Her Grace Duchess Dagmar, as born and read on my behalf by my generous brother of the Order, Baron of North Woods of the Mantle Kingdom, Baron Master Maximilian de Zabrer. These words are my testimony on behalf of the lady being elevated today. Your Grace Dagmar, as I reflect upon the journey that has been taken by you to have arrived at this very moment, but one word comes to mind. That word is faith. Faith is not so like having to believe in something, but more an extending trust in the character of others and oneself, regardless of the challenges and uncertainties that may be ahead. Your Grace, I have witnessed you exhibit faith in others and you have invited them to assist you on your personal journey, thereby making our kingdom better by the simple, selfless art of investing and trusting in others. I have also been a recipient of that faith and the trust you gifted me as your rapier instructor and member of your entourage. Faith is also being true to what is real. The dream we serve is this grand enterprise that is the SCA cannot be made manifest without the realities of the mundane world being addressed. Be it the burden of the finding of ground stakes, painting of street and camp boundaries, and diligent reporting of certain migratory species. You are there providing for the simple reason that it needs to be done. Duchess Dagmar, your Grace, the faith that you exhibit in others, in yourself, and in being true to what is real is evidence enough that you are already a Pelican. Today we, by the generosity and grace of their Majesties of Eldamere, stand witness to the recognition of this fact, and we made better for it. Thank you, Your Majesties.
Paseo.
Is there a royal peer to speak?
May it please your majesties, may it please your highnesses, and at my age, even if it doesn't. I'm Edward Zifron of Gendy, a simple country viscount, who has had the privilege of working with your servant Dagmar. Oftentimes, royal peers fade away into the distance after their short time, either ability-wise or interest-wise, on the thrones wane. That has not been the case with our friend